Happy Friday, everyone. I hope everyone is having an awesome day so far. We are going to talk about contouring today. I'm very excited to show off for you guys. So hopefully we'll have a couple of people hop on. We'll just give it a second. Hello, say hi if you're joining in. Just gonna give it a second, see if a couple of people hop on here with us. Please say hi so I know who's here watching. So today we're going to talk about contouring. I'm very excited. But the first thing that we have to do is apply our foundation. Now, as you guys know, you always want to start off with a good base. I always use my Glorious Face and Eye Primer. Our bottle does look different than this. Now, I've had this bottle for probably about 6 months now, and I'm still, like, every time I use it, I think that I'm going to be out, and I still haven't run out of it. So it lasts for a long time. So you always want to make sure you start off with your primer. That's going to help fill in any pores, and it's going to make your foundation look absolutely flawless. And then I went ahead and I already did my brows and my eyes. So I have palette 3 on my eyes, and then I filled in my brows with palette 4 and then one of our brow liners, and then I've got my 3D fiber lashes on, which are amazing. I love this mascara. So please guys, if you're here, let me know, say hi. Oh my god, Marty, please don't. Ay. Okay, also, please guys, let me know if the music is too loud. I'm never really sure if it's too loud or not. So, we are going to start off with our foundation. And I wanted to tell you guys, the reason that we want to start with foundation first is because when we put that contour on, we want it to stay exactly where we put it. If you do your foundation on afterwards, it's going to move that contour around. Also want to let you guys know that you can donate to the Younique Foundation while watching this video today. Please feel free to do so if you're interested in doing that. If you've got questions about the Younique Foundation, let me know, or you can head over to the website. But the Younique Foundation does a retreat for women who have been sexually abused, so it's a really great cause. Feel free to donate if you can. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply the foundation. This is the Touch Liquid Foundation. I am obsessed with this foundation. It's awesome. It gives you really great full coverage, which I want to show you guys today. You can get this in our January Kudos this month. So it's very awesome. So the first thing we're going to do is grab some of this. I'm just going to put a couple of dots on the back of my hand. This is my favorite method for applying lately. I'm just going to use one of our blending buds, and I've already gotten this wet. You don't want it to be soaking, you just want it to be damp, and that's going to help to make sure that you have really nice even coverage. If you guys are hopping on, please feel free to say hi. It doesn't always show me who's here, so let me know. I feel a sneeze. I'm trying not to sneeze all over the place. So we're just going to start off under the eyes. There's lots of different ways to apply foundation. This is just my favorite lately. But I don't trust bee stings. Marty, I've got some good tips that I can share with you, so don't worry about bee stings. Hey, Connie! So we're just starting off with foundation right now. And I just like to dab it on and then just kind of bounce it into the skin. And that's going to help give some really good coverage, but it's not going to be too much. You may have to grab a little bit more of that liquid foundation. The shade that I'm using is Scarlet. This is the lightest shade that we have because, as you can see, I'm very pale. And this gives a lot of really great coverage. You can see I've got some blemishes down here. This is a liquid foundation, Marty. That's what we're starting off with today. And I'm using one of our blending buds to help to blend it in. You know, it couldn't hurt. I think you have pretty good skin, Marty. I don't know if you need to wear foundation, but you definitely can. Sorry guys, someone just tried to call me. Okay, so what I was saying before is that foundation is basically to help make your skin tone look more even. So even if you don't have a lot of blemishes, it can really help to just make everything look even. And it also gives you like a really good base to put the rest of your makeup, especially if you're wanting to do a contour. I'm so glad that you're feeling prettier now, Marty. Okay, guys. Almost done with the foundation, and you can see those blemishes are just gone. You can't really see them at all anymore. And like I said, there are lots of different ways to do the foundation. I feel like this music is so loud. I never know. Okay, I think that's better. There's lots of different ways to apply your foundation. This has been my go-to lately. I've been really digging using the blending buds just because I really like the coverage. I feel like it's really even. And even though this foundation is like a really full coverage foundation, I feel like it helps a lot of my like natural skin kind of come through, if that makes sense. Like I've got some freckles on my face. I feel like the light's weird. I'm sorry, guys. I've got some freckles on my face, and I feel like you can definitely still see them if I apply with the blending bud. Blue eye... I don't think a blue eyeshadow is going to work to get rid of bags, Marty. I use Scarlet. So, because I'm so pale... I use Scarlet. This can get a little bit too light for me during the summertime if I spend time outside. So what I do if I have problems with it not matching quite as well is I'll use our Beachfront Body Bronzer, the lotion, and I'll blend that in with the foundation. I think that looks really good, and it just gives me like a nice glow. Okay, yeah, Marty, I still don't think that blue shadow is going to work, so you can tell him that's not going to work for him. Okay, so now we have our base on. We've got that foundation. This is going to be, oh my gosh, guys, I feel like that light. I have my window open because it's still sunny outside, and I feel like it's just changing. Maybe I should close it. Tell me if it's starting to make it look washed out on the screen. Okay. Oh, that reminds me that I forgot. I'm going to put on some lip stain in a little bit, so I want to grab my lip exfoliator and just let that hang out on my lips for a little while so that they're ready when I go ahead and apply that. The body bronzer just has a little bit of tint and it has a little shimmer. It is different. This is the self tanner, and this is the body bronzer, so they look very similar. And I keep them right next to each other. I have almost grabbed it several times, so I recommend if you've got both to keep them away from each other so you don't do that. But no, they're very different. Let me actually just show you, Liv. See if I can get a little bit of it to come out. So you can see this is the self tanner. It's really dark, and then this is the body bronzer. So there's a big difference in the shade in the two of them. But the body bronzer is awesome. You can definitely use it like on your legs and arms. I have on my arms, I have, see if you can see, I have these little red bumps on my arms. They're just there all the time. And the body bronzer helps to cover them up if I'm wearing something and I showing my arms, which I usually don't do that in public, but it works really, really well for that. And it also works well to blend in with your skin if your foundation is not quite dark enough. If you feel like it's washing you out, which sometimes happens for me since mine is so light. But it also gives you like a nice little shimmer. It's like a perfect glow. I love it. But what I wanted to do next is just grab, this is the lip exfoliator, and we're just going to put just a little of this on our lips, and they're just going to hang out there so that they're ready to go, and they're nice and exfoliated and moisturized when we want to do our lip stain. And this is one of my favorites for the winter time. My lips get super dry, so it helps out a lot. Even if you don't want to put any lipstick on, it's a really good treatment to take care of your lips. So we're just going to let that hang out. And it does have sugar in it, so it tastes good, but you probably don't want to eat it all. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is our sculpting trio. We're going to do some contour. This has quickly become one of my favorite products. I absolutely love it. It's got these little picture instructions on here for you, so it tells you exactly where to put everything. Hey, Erica! How are you doing? We're just talking about the sculpting trio right now, and it does show on here, like I said, different pictures to help you figure out where to put everything. This is a really helpful guide. There's lots of different ways that you can apply your contour, so it just kind of depends on what you like the best. But for the most part, I pretty much follow the steps that are on here because they work really well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, this is my little contour brush. It's dual-ended, and it's super, super soft. I love it. And we are just going to go ahead and go into that contour color first. And we're just going to use the little pointed end. I'm probably going to try to go a little bit darker than I normally would, just so you guys can see what I'm doing as I do it. The first thing I'm going to do is make a 3 shape on my face. And this is just a good kind of guide. You want to start around your temples. See, I'm used to doing it so light I didn't even grab enough of that contour. Want to be able to actually show you guys what we're doing. And you just want to follow the shape of your face, and you'll go down to those cheekbones, and we'll just kind of sweep along there. And you can go really dramatic or you can go really light. It's up to you. And the next thing we're going to do is follow again. We're doing a 3 shape, and we're going down to the jaw. Liv, if you're still here, definitely let me know if you've got questions about what we're doing. This is a little bit different than the way the instructions are on the sculpting trio, but it's pretty similar. So if you decide that you want to get it, it would definitely help you out. But let me know if you've got questions while we're doing this. Or anyone else, too, if you guys are unsure about what's going on. And I would say don't be afraid to really pack that color on. I know it looks crazy right now, but it's not going to stay this way, I promise you. We're going to blend it, and it's going to look good. So if you want, you can go connect these 2 lines if you want to do just a little. And then I'm going to do my nose. We're going to grab a different brush for that, just because the nose is a little bit skinnier. I always have a little bit of a harder time with the nose. Thank you, Erica. This is palette 3. I actually followed that guide that you posted the other day because I had seen it before and I hadn't tried it in a long time, but I love it. Since the jawline is so dark, we are going to blend with the blending bud, and it's going to work miracles, I promise. I And I think it probably looks a little bit darker right now because there is a shadow falling against it, but that's kind of what we are going for anyways. But I promise it's not going to look crazy when we get to it. So I just grabbed a little smaller brush so we can go on the nose. And we're just going to kind of follow the natural shape here. And then we're going to go down. Just from like the eyebrow area. And guys, please feel free to share this video if you think that any of your friends would be interested in watching it. So we're just going to do that same thing on the other side. And making this even is the part that always messes me up. And that actually looks pretty even. I'm impressed with myself. Okay. And then we're going to do just a little line here. And then we're kind of going to make it look like a tie. Okay. So I know that looks crazy right now, guys, but like I said, I promise it's going to get blended. It's not going to look crazy. So I have that lip exfoliator, lip exfoliator on my lips right now. I'm going to wipe it off because I'm going to do just a little bit of contour right underneath. And I don't want to mess it up later. So we're just going to, I always keep a little washcloth with me and a little spray bottle with water when I'm doing my makeup. All right. Got that all off. So I'm just going to grab again that contour brush and I'm just going to use the tip of that and go into the contour and we're going to do a little bit under here. Okay. So now we've got the contour portion all done. The next thing we're going to do is go in to that highlight powder. And if you're going to, if you felt like you needed to put some concealer on, you would definitely want to do that before this next step because we are going to be working in that same area. So if you wanted to conceal your bags underneath your eyes, you can just do a little kind of triangle shape here underneath the eyes and blend that out. And I would recommend doing that before your contour. That's what I normally do if I wear it. But like I said, with this liquid foundation, the Touch Liquid Foundation, it's really full coverage. So I usually find that I don't need to wear the concealer unless I want my face to be really, really bright. But since we're going to be contouring, I'm not really worried about that. Hey, Shanae! So we are going into that highlight powder now with the other end of our contour brush, and we are going to sweep underneath the eyes. And this is why I said we're going to be working in that same area that you would for concealer. So we're just going to sweep under the eyes. I feel like this is almost my shade. So kind of crazy. This is the light contour palette. We've got a light, a medium, and a dark. So this one is made for people that have lighter skin so that the tones aren't too dark. So now we're going in between those two contour spaces, the cheekbone and the jawline. And then we're going to do a little bit here on the chin. You can kind of make that like a circle, or you can just sweep, whatever you prefer. And then we're going to go again up here. I like to make kind of a triangle shape. I know it's probably really hard to see it on my skin because my skin is so pale, but I promise it's going on there. Hey, Kyla! Guys, I wanted to let you know, since you guys are all here, feel free if you're interested to donate to the Younique Foundation, because you can do so. I think there's just like a little link right below. Feel free to do that if you want to. And we're just gonna sweep that highlight powder in between the nose. Okay, so now we've got that all applied. Next thing we're going to do is blend. So I'm going to grab my blending bud again, and I do have two different sizes of blending buds. So I usually will use the larger one on like the larger spaces, and then I'll use the small one on my nose. And again, if you're using a blending bud, you want it to be damp, but you don't want it to be wet. You don't want it to be like soaking wet, just a little bit damp. And I just used, this is an old bottle of rose water that I just filled with regular water, and that gives like a really nice light mist, and I just used that. And I'm just going to tap. You see it's like almost disappearing into my skin. It's just so blended and perfect. And we're just gonna lightly press into the skin. Press or dab, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Sometimes I like feel like I'm beating myself up with these. I don't know if you guys ever feel that way. You see how, do you see the difference? How this is just like a strong line, and then over here it's just nice and blended, and it's really accentuating that cheekbone. Just spraying that blending bud again, and then we're gonna bounce that again along the jawline. Now you can definitely blend with powder if you want to, but I like to blend this way with the blending bud the best, because we're not moving that contour around. We're keeping it all exactly where we put it and where we want it to be. So again, on the jawline, we're just tapping and pressing it into the skin. And see, it just kind of melts into the skin. I love it. And guys, like I said before, please feel free to share this video if you've got any friends that you think would be interested in watching. And let me know if you have questions while we're doing this too. Okay, so again, you see how it's just like blended into the skin really well, and it's just making my cheekbone pop. See? That's why we contour, guys, because you want those parts of your face to just look like bam. And like I said, you can definitely do it more. Like if you want to make it just more intense, you can for sure do that, and you'll look like super, super sculpted. I like mine to look just a little bit more natural. So I try not to do a whole lot, unless I'm going like glam, like if we're doing something super glamorous and super intense. Okay, see guys? Okay, so I'm gonna grab my little bitty blending bud. If you guys are still here watching with me, definitely let me know, what are you guys doing with your Friday nights? You guys have any exciting plans today? And now I'm just gonna blend with my smaller blending bud. I feel like this one gives me a lot more control on my nose. This is an old bottle of, it's a rose water bottle, but there's just regular water in here because I ran out of my rose water. But I usually just spray my blending buds with regular water to help get them damp, instead of having to run to a bathroom and run it under the water. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the ice storm. I keep hearing a bunch of people post about it. Has it gotten bad yet? Because I heard that it wasn't that bad yet. Hey, Felly. Hey, Dust. Okay, so we've got, I think I've got just a little bit here we need to blend. Yeah, I've been hearing that it's supposed to get bad over the weekend. Thank you, Felly. This is our palette 3. So it hasn't started getting bad yet, but it's supposed to tonight. I hope it doesn't get too bad. All right, I'm just gonna blend a little bit, tap along where I put that highlight powder so we can get that all blended nicely. Make sure I don't have any powder just like hanging out on my face. I'm obsessed with these blending buds, guys. I never had used, I had them for a long time and I didn't know how to use them for the longest time. I didn't know what to do with them. I was scared of them, and now that I finally gave it a shot, I'm so in love with them. So in love with them. Okay, so that's contouring, guys. That is the highlight and the contour. Now we're gonna use the highlight cream, which is probably my favorite part. But actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips first. So we're gonna do the Stiff Upper Lip Stain. Again, if you guys weren't here back at the beginning of the video, we did the lip exfoliator first. Hey, Vela, how are you? So we did that lip exfoliator first. I already wiped it away, but that just helps to prep my lips and get them nice and moisturized so that that lip stain can stay on forever. And we are gonna use, I wanna go kind of crazy. Not crazy, just different. This is Savvy. This is Savvy. This is kind of a purpley color and I really love it. You can see, can you see, guys, how purple it is on there? It doesn't look as purple when you wear it. It definitely depends on your skin tone. For me, it looks pretty purple, but I kind of like that. So we're just gonna apply this, and when you use the lip stain, you want to make sure that you apply it to completely dry lips, and then you want to let it sit on your lips without, don't rub your lips together. You don't want to blend or anything like that. You just want to let it sit there and dry so that it can stay all day. And I just pressed my lips together there because, as you can see, a lot of that pigment was collecting in that inside part of my lip. That tends to happen to me. I don't know if that ever happens to you guys. And then we're just going to kind of trace our lips and then fill in. Okay, and so with this shade and with some of our lighter shades, you might want to apply layers, but you'll want to let it kind of dry a little bit between. That way it has a chance to kind of adhere to your lips. So we're going to do a little bit more on the top, try and even it out a little more. Ooh, and then I missed the bottle when I tried to put that in. Okay, guys, sorry, it's so hard to talk when you're doing that part. So that is Savvy. It's kind of a purpley pinkish color. I love it. I love it. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is put that highlight cream on because it is gorgeous and I love it. This might be my favorite part of the sculpting trio. Hey, Betty. Okay, so if you guys didn't see, cover the mirror. If you guys didn't see before, this is what the sculpting trio looks like. We've got our contour, we've got our highlight powder, and then this is the highlight cream. This is the part that makes you like super glowy and makes you feel like a doll. I love it so much. So for the highlight cream, you want to just use your fingers, and that's going to help kind of get it up to like body temperature and make it blend really easily. And we're just gonna apply, you can go crazy with this if you want to. Sometimes I want to because it's so beautiful, but subtlety is good too. So we're just gonna apply that kind of on the high points of our cheeks. Does anyone else have anything exciting going on tonight? I guess most of you guys are dealing with that ice storm. I have to work in the morning, so I'm not probably doing anything too crazy tonight. Maybe reading some Harry Potter. So now we're just doing that highlight on that brow bone. Oh, did you like it, Kyla? I forgot that was coming out today. I have been seeing previews for it forever, and it seems like a movie that would be kind of silly, but the previews freak me out, so I think we're gonna like it. We do just a little on the nose, and then here on the Cupid's bow. Love it. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do, actually we're going to do two things because I'm a little tiny bit washed out. It was pretty good. Oh, good. I might have to go see it then. I'm very interested in it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, this is bronzer. It's a little bit different than the contour that you've got. This also has some shimmer in it. So I like this if I'm feeling pale. It helps kind of warm me up a little bit. So we're just gonna go along the cheeks. We're kind of gonna follow the areas that we did that contour earlier. Just to kind of give us just a little bit of a glow. And you don't need to use a lot for this. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in and watching with me, by the way. I love doing these videos, and I love sharing tips and tricks with you guys. So, like I said before, please feel free to share with your friends if you've got anybody that you think would be interested in this. But I absolutely love doing this, guys, and I can't tell you how big of a difference Younique has made for me. It has just, my confidence is so different. Like, before I started this, I never in a million years would have gone live on Facebook, like never. So this is amazing for me, guys, seriously. So this is our blusher. This is, guys, how big the product is. I feel like I'm never ever gonna use it all because it's so huge. It lasts forever. I love it. And this is super pigmented, so you don't use a lot of product. You really just need like a dab. And then you just, see? There's like nothing on my brush, practically nothing. And we just kind of sweep. And this is also going to help make me look a little less pale. And if you ever end up with too much blush on your face, grab one of your blending buds, which I might have to do in a second because I think I put too much on that side. Alright, let me grab that blending bud and we're just gonna blend just a little bit on that side. Just help make sure we don't have way too much blush on. Okay. Okay, guys. That's it. How long have we been on here for? I don't know what time it is. Also, I'm blind, so I can't see without my glasses. Let's see. Not too long, right? How long did that take? Not bad. So that is contouring. So I want to tell you guys, Yes, I just dabbed with the blending bud, the large one, and I just did that because the blush that I use, this is sophisticated and it's super, super pigmented. If I pick up too much, sometimes it's a little overwhelming. So I'll just use the blending bud and just dab just a little bit to make sure that there's not too much pigment on my face. I'm really digging this, guys. The shadow, if you guys weren't here when I talked about it before, I didn't do it on camera, but the shadow is palette 3. If you want to see me show you guys this look, let me know. I may have something up my sleeve, something special. I want to tell you guys that we do have a special going on for January. It is an amazing deal. It comes with your choice of Touch Liquid Foundation, which is what we used at the beginning of the video. It also comes with your choice of shadow palettes. You can use the one that I use. This is palette 3. This is probably one of my favorite palettes because it's so pretty. So pretty. It's really great for a night out, but we've got several different options. You get your choice of foundation, you get your choice of palette, and you also get your choice of lip stain. And you can choose from one of the lip stains that we already have, or you can choose one of the 3 new exclusive shades. So it's a really good deal, guys. And if you like any of those, but you're not interested in getting all of them, head over to my VIP because there's something special going on that ends tonight. And if you're not part of it, let me know and I'll get you added. Yay, Kyla! Okay, definitely, I will work on getting something for you guys so we can show you guys this eye look because it's really pretty and I love it. Oh, thank you, Olivia. I'm so excited to share with you guys. I hope that you found it helpful. I know that contouring seems like a weird thing. I think it's really fun to do. Honestly, like hitting myself over and over again with this blending bud in the face is just so fun for some reason. I don't know what it is. Let's see, was there something else that I wanted to tell you guys? My VIP, head over there, like I said, because something special is going on that ends tonight. That's what I was going to say, guys. If you enjoy these tutorials, I would absolutely love to put a makeup class together for you and your friends. It's all online. You don't have to worry about going and getting your house ready and serving food, none of that crazy stuff. It's all online. So if you're interested in that, private message me and let me know, or comment below and let me know if you're interested and we can get that set up because I really enjoy doing them. They're a lot of fun for me. And you can also get some free makeup out of it. So it's pretty neat. Thank you, Felly. I think that doing this more regularly has helped step my game up just a little bit, but it's so much fun. It's so much fun to share this makeup with you guys, and I'm sure if any of you guys know me in real life or have known me for a really long time, I'm shy and introverted, and I don't necessarily love getting in front of people and talking, so this is something that has pushed me out of my comfort zone and has brought me to a whole new place. I love sharing my makeup tips and tricks with you guys. I think it's so fun, and I can't tell you how much Younique has changed my life. It has made such a big difference for me. So if you guys are interested in joining, I'm always looking for people to be a part of my team. It's a lot of fun and you are never alone. So definitely, if you've got questions about it, let me know. No pressure, but I can definitely give you some more information. All right, guys. That's going to be it for me for today. I've been enjoying doing these scheduled lives like this. I think it's really helpful for me, and hopefully it's helpful for you guys so you know when it's going on. So let me know if you like that format. I'm going to try and keep doing it for the next couple of weeks, and we'll see how it works out. But I will see you guys very soon. I'm going to try and get that new schedule up for next week up by Sunday. So look forward to seeing that. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.